So it's Xfinity Mobile. They try to give you notice and say, oh, we need to overwork you and stuff like that. And, or rather than like before time falls, the opportunity window passes by. What are you talking about, man? More like a cliff to me. Cliffing. So here we go. And let's just try to cram it in there like funnel. Okay, so what was the opening statement? The gate on the way, the walk on the way to say, to single us out, humiliate us, to say you can't barbecue, and whether you like it or not, we're singling you out. Legion of non-history. I'm like, so what? So what? You're obsessed about a retweet. No one retweets. No one around here looks at my retweets anyway. They don't acknowledge it. They don't acknowledge my complaints. They don't acknowledge anything that I do or any altruistic behaviors I have. So what difference does it make? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, such and such. It's like we just want you to do drugs, smoke, whatever, right? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm trying to get a nurse here. I just keep losing at that game, but anyway. And even the game might be a hack itself. You know what I mean? It might be a bootleg game itself, but but I wouldn't say anything about that. But they're saying, but look at it. All the headlines should be front page, double star, first edition, was we were singled out. We are singled out. We were singled out. Whether it be like GoPro was talking about, we have an inclination behind the folklore of your old classmates or whatever, and what do you say? Oh, you just hold your breath and say, oh, what am I supposed to do? The United States validates that, right and left. I mean, if I'm solely by myself and something like that, I can't just sit up here and boldly say, well, do whatever you're going to do. You're going to do whatever you do anyway. But I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to besiege myself and say, I get a whole, and besiege myself and say, wait, hold on, play your cards right, and so if you're going to play Ivan Arm, it's just like, then just play what it is, alright, and just go within the reaches of your reach, and that's fine. So not fine for myself, it's fine for myself, because all it does is open new opportunities. You have to get to your first barriers before you get to your second barriers, and so that's just how that unfolds. And I'm not the only kind of person with this kind of feng shui. And I mean, people, and I'm not singling it out or compartmentalizing it as that, but it was a form of hate and discrimination. It was a form of like that. It was a form of like harassment. That was pretty damaging. I mean, I guess you say, how do you say that? Just exploitive in general, and just like, stretching the limits of human nature. And I'm like, so you say the blogs get repopulated, and like, well, look at this. Does this sound familiar? And so is this something that you would say to co-sign to say, yeah, this is what we are when we lick our lips and say, ha ha ha, to the Legion of non-history, you take what's rightfully yours. I'm like, you know what? You're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So I don't really care to say it's a lynching. No, I don't even want to read this, okay? But all I see is lynching right here. It says right here, lynching, right? So, and so it says. Cigarette. So it's a lynching. It's what do you call it? Clarence Thomas is not a popular thing. What do you call it? Sexual harassment or something? And then have all kinds of litter and stuff like wet napkins, Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Roll wrappers, gum, fresh gum. And it's like if the world is gonna be given to so-called giving back to whoever, have it in a bunch of litter, like what you want it as, right? You have it as so you can litter amongst yourself like that. So that in itself is like, oh, but we co-sign with the goddess of anarchy. We are the goddess. No, you're not. I mean, you're just kind of like a litter bug. Man, it's not so much a thing. It's a form. It's a method. It's not like your way, like as it is in your way. And so it's not so much hate speech, but it's more like, well, if you're gonna have a rebuttal, if you're gonna have such a harassment. And it's like, I'm tired of the demographic. You know, whatever it is, percentage being a minority, total minority. That was the butt of the joke. And like whether it be, oh, do this, it should be okay, or do this on the folklore. Do this amongst this to be the folklore. And then just have me that old, or say, oh, I'm splitting the blogs, as I comment, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. That stupid liver fattening commercials on Consumer Cellular.
Consumer Cellular offers talk, text, and data for as low as $20 a month, and they received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 7 times in a row. Switching was easy. We even kept
who wants to watch TV during the day when you look at these kind of commercials? And I was like, what is this kind of commercial? This is just stupid, you know what I mean? And then look at this commercial. It makes you feel all bland and like athletes, done with life. I'm the number one, or stuff like that. People say, I'm getting 2 Tylenols. I'm getting 2 Tylenol codeine number 4s.
Prescription drug coverage. Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to make sure you're getting the additional benefits that meet your needs. The Medicare Benefits Helpline is now open. Call to see if you qualify for additional benefits.
With that, you'll say,
Call 800-930-3142 to see if there is no obligation to.
I don't know, it's commercial. All this reminds me of is it's like Medicare or whatever it is, but they're all so there you are.
Growing business is tough. Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
This is just a liver fattening commercial segment. Okay, so here, look at my seven. I have flip-flopped on my idea of diplomat to Berber. So, Kurt to Berber, I'm not sure. But, Cronkite, right? Anyway. Slaughter, that's how you spell Berber. Anyway, you sound like Berber. I'm not cheap. Yeah.
We see
Bird.
captain who's talked to the New York Times and basically said, I joined the army to prevent genocide, not to pave the way for it. We've even seen the head of the Senate
genocide of a certain type of person. Genocide like socially isolated is what you're doing.
Is creating a strategic nightmare for our country.
So, someone's going to draw down on stuff like that. United States draw down, so there's curves. And like yesterday, they were throwing rotten vegetables and stuff.
Our retreat, he calls it a retreat,
so now
will invite the brutal Assad regime in Syria and its Iran backers to expand their influence. And we're ignoring Russia's efforts to leverage its increasing dominant position in Syria to amass power and influence throughout the Middle East and beyond.
I don't want to talk about this. I'm playing on inches again, and you're making me expendable to like assassination and whatnot, social, for cheap. And so, I don't know, it's the level of inches say, it's what you do is when you make a decision, you go get a professional opinion at the pet store, and then say, okay, then you mull it over. And you mull it over for a day, 24 hours, 48 hours, and you say, well, wait a minute, you know what, such and such, and you go through your reasoning and say, yeah, this is a better idea. I'm going to go with this. And you go with confidence and say, this is it, whether you change your name from Diplomat or Berber or not. You know, and Berber, I know a Berber. You know, we used to eat the turkey and cheese together over at the cottage market. You know, we worked together. I was the helper, you know, I was the stocker. I was the coolers. You know, so what about it? You know, I can activate a Shima on a Berber. So what else? So if it's ignorance on my part saying Kurt is a bird, then that is. But I just want to name my dog. I mean my bird Berber.
Can I just ask you a personal question, professional question? Were you on the phone call that President Trump had with President Erdogan?
Personal question. Let me tell you
what was being discussed between the two presidents in the hours before the
I have no idea what you're talking about.
into Syria?
Sure, I listened into the phone call, of course, but my experience with that was...
So you knew what was being discussed?
Patriot Act?
Yes, absolutely. But my
Patriot Act? Or, I don't know, Patriot Act. Isn't everything Patriot Act? I thought being transparent is being a patriot. I mean, that is obviously not the case. Not with Reputation.com and LifeLog.com and stuff like that. And right.com. You know what I mean? So, you know. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, you know, you make the Mars, and I got the games from Xbox, and I got the, you know what I mean? I got the, what do you call it? The green lights. Yeah, you know, it's yours and all that stuff. And I got the stations on Mars games, you know, given, right? Okay, not for granted. But say, hey, you try to work on Excel, and boom, 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 you're Chinese. And I'm like, damn, I got to hear all that? Is that a collateral is you do one side one thing, you do the other side? I mean, is that still not lopsided, though? So, I mean...
What we have done to the
and with that, as a matter of fact, another, I don't want to call it quote unquote ticket, but to walk to the store, the rental office, I call it the store, you know, and the rental office, and you go to the rental office, and you say, that's another quote unquote ticket to say, look, you know what, you can't charge me for a couple things, you know what I'm saying? You single us out with these type things, and only given that, okay, and then, you know, and given with the power of attorney, and it's an endless circle, like saying, oh, it's a validation of what? Is there no intervention of whatsoever? No intervention whatsoever. I mean, if that was the case, it wouldn't have been such a vet out from San Francisco. It would have been. I have no regrets. I mean, Cinderella is great. My pets are great. I've gained a lot of material wealth. You know, my credit's not that great. I bone loss in the teeth more, so gum receding and stuff like that. No, I mean, it looks like a bush. But anyway, so that's it, man. Oh man, I miss Tom Hill, but I don't miss the Academy of Art College. I don't miss. You're not getting any more of my clothes. So I don't care if I get rid of propane. I have arthritis beyond belief, inhaling more propane and gas, and so I mean, I can afford to take my dogs to the park. It's a win-win for me, somewhat, but it's not your intent. It was not by your intent. Your intent was to harass. So we just make that clear, like usually this harassment of the mistake of harassing that you make and stuff like that. I'm doing the greater good. No, you're not. You're not. You're not doing it for. You're doing it for personal, gain and what do you call it? And negative intent. Negative intent. I call it. Nothing else. So yeah, you do one thing to one side, and like I said, I don't, I like to wash clothes, and I like to do these type things. I like to interface with figures that are easy on the eyes, if you will, and that's it.
Just ahead, we'll go live to Russia for more on